Good morning, my dear student. I am Dr. Kiran Ramrao Borkar. Now today I am delivering my lecture on which topic, that is reproduction in Paramecium. Then first of all I just tell you what is reproduction. Reproduction, it means that formation of new life or new organism from its parent or from its pre-existing organisms, okay, is called as a reproductions. Okay. Now we see here how reproduce Paramecium. This Paramecium reproduce asexually by the transverse binary fission. Paramecium reproduce asexually by the transverse binary fission, and it also it also undergoes nuclear reorganization such as a conjugation, endomixis, cytogamy, and then hemimixis. All these are the sexual reproductions. Okay. Now we see here transverse binary fission, that is the asexual reproductions. Okay. It is the most common method, or it is most common method in Paramecium. Of course, that is the reproductions method in Parameciums. Okay. Here what happens in the Paramecium, this Paramecium undergoes binary fission during favorable conditions. Okay. At which condition? During the favorable condition, this Paramecium undergoes binary fission. When fully grown Paramecium divides, fully grown Paramecium divides mitotically and form two daughter Paramecium. Okay. So, how this two daughter Paramecium form from the transverse binary fission? At the beginning of fission, at that time what happens? This fully grown Paramecium divides mitotically. But before that, I just explain about the structure of Paramecium. Look at here, this one is a small, this is the structure of Paramecium. Okay. This small one is called as a micronucleus, and this large one is called as a macronuclear. Okay. Then this is the oral part or buccal structure of Paramecium, and this is the contractile vacuoles. This is about the Paramecium. This small spherical shape of micronucleus divides mitotically at the beginning of transverse binary fission. This micronuclear divides mitotically, and they gradually it increase their size and they get elongated. Okay. Simultaneously, this macronucleus also enlarge their size and they also divides, but not mitotically, they divides amitotically, and this macronucleus also increase their size. Okay. And they also become elongated structure, and finally these or end of this micronucleus, they get separate from each other and form two micronucleus and form two macronucleus also. Look at here, this form two micronuclear and two macronucleus. Okay. And at the end of the mitosis, or at the end of the transverse binary fission, what happens here? This oral groove also reappear. This oral groove also reappear, and in between this Paramecium or middle part of this Paramecium form a cytoplasmic constriction furrow. Gradually they get they deepen their constriction, and finally they get separate from each other. Okay. And form two daughter Paramecium. Okay. This anterior daughter Paramecium is called as a proter, and this posterior daughter Paramecium is called as a opiste. Okay. What happens here? From the one parent Paramecium form or produce two daughter Paramecium. Okay. here what happens, this paramecium reproduce transverse binary fission, and at the this proter and opis they form at the end of this binary fission. Now we see, I just give one example, that is the Paramecium caudatum. This Paramecium caudatum is the species of Paramecium. This Paramecium caudatum divides 2 to 3 times in one day, okay, and at that time there is a binary fission performed in 30 minutes. From the parent Paramecium form 2 identical daughter Paramecium. These daughter Paramecium are called as a clone, okay, and these clone are genetically identical. In this way, we see here a transverse binary fission. Thank you so much.